Hello, welcome to another podcast of Master Investor. Glad to be here again on another valuable talk on money, business, and investing. My name is Jose. I'm the founder of the company and brand. Welcome back if you're an existing partner, and if you're new to our community, welcome, and make sure you follow us here in all other social media platforms. Click the link in the description to have access to our digital courses and ebooks. We have 3 right now: how to build cash flow with the internet, turn passive income on. We have the 10 new rules of money and how to invest in crypto to build wealth, understanding Bitcoin and blockchain. You can find it on Amazon. However, when you go to our website, you'll have additional assets that comes with each ebook because we have turned them into digital courses, and we will continue to do that with each ebook that we have or we will ever write in here. We have one book coming out in the next month. It's called How to Raise Capital to Build Wealth. So stay tuned for that. For now, go get the 3 books that we have available right now. That will be a great start if you never made money through systems, utilizing the business skills and investing rules that work today, okay, for any type of economy. If you never made money through a business, through passive income or capital gains income, then the ebooks that I'm asking you to go get will help you get started. And just by subscribing here, listening to our daily content will also give you the power to start investing in your asset column and keep control over your finances because you're not giving your money away to anybody. We have been talking about controlling our assets that we have, because when we do that, we can optimize them. We can do whatever we want with them. We have control. No one else is in control of that but us. And that's why we tell everyone here in our community to always focus on your asset column and create and build your own assets and acquire assets, but don't give your money away to anybody to invest it for you, because that means that you will have lower returns on investment and you're not learning anything from that activity. You're basically giving it to somebody else to invest it for you. That means that you're a passive investor. People that invest it for somebody else, that gives the money away to somebody else, they are passive investors. They have no control over the asset. They have no voice. And if there's a stock that they purchase with that money, they have no control over the company. They don't know what's happening with that company. So it's better to always do it yourself in that sense of investing, right? But always hire a team, of course, but you're the boss. You're the one at the top. You're the investor. You're the business owner. And whether it's starting with a small product, it doesn't have to be a big company. It doesn't have to be many products. We can go viral and create $1 million with one product. And we're going to show you exactly how to do that inside of our digital courses. So if you never took one of our courses, make sure you get in right now. Click the link in the description. Today's theme is going to be living above our means to build wealth. We're going to talk about how important it is to expand our asset column, because it's not about shrinking. If you want to create more wealth and you're sitting here listening to this podcast and saying, okay, yeah, I want to create more freedom, I need to have more wealth coming in, more passive income from systems, then what you want to do is expand your asset column, your income. You need to focus all your energy on creating your first asset. Acquiring your first asset could be an affiliate product, meaning that you can get started right now. Okay, so you need to figure out 2 things in order to become wealthier. You need to figure out how to make more money doing less than you are making today, right? Daily. And make money work hard through sound investing. That's the second thing. Once you learn how to bring in sales on autopilot through business, right? And you can do that starting in the next minutes by just partnering with affiliate programs, okay, that will pay you commission just to bring in clients. This could be softwares, products that are good, that are great products that people actually want these products. And if you can see some of the description inside of our ebook, we have partners that will help you find more products in regards to any type of niche that you want. So if you're passionate about meditation, like I mentioned earlier, then you can find products that you can sell regarding meditation. So you don't have to create your own product. So you can get started creating sales right now through affiliate partners. And those sales turn into passive income, because now let's say you have an email campaign and now you have an ad campaign that is going out every single day to their targeted audience. Let's say we're using Facebook marketing. And now that ad campaign is bringing in 5 sales per day. And those sales bring in $2,000 per day, right? And we said to make $1 million, we needed to have $2,800 per day. So now we're short $800. All we have to do is create another ad campaign. We can duplicate that ad campaign, you see? So there's not limit of how many times you can expand that ad. If the niche is properly researched and you have room to grow it, then you can do as many ads on many different platforms and capture new big fish that wants to buy whatever we're selling. And I always recommend to also do high ticket items, even if you're starting out from the beginning. High ticket items, they are better because that means you just bring in one client that brings in, let's say, $15,000 for one product. And let's say they pay you half of that. So in one shot, we just made $7,000 on autopilot. And the product is worth that much. People want to pay that because of what it does, and it's a brand, and it functions, and it does what it says it does. So we have to do due diligence on the company, but as long as we're bringing in the right customer to that, and customers that pay high ticket items, they're easier than the customers that buy less costly items. So most economic items, the client tends to have more issues, so they're just a lot easier to deal with. So I always recommend people take a look at high ticket items and just look at products that bring you in $25, $100, but it's good. Even if you're making $300 a day on autopilot, you're not doing anything. All you did was put in the time at the beginning to put the ad campaign to work. It took you, let's say, 10 minutes to create an ad. That's really what it takes to go through an ad. 10 minutes. I can do an ad on 10 minutes. I have done it on a live stream, and I have shown you how to do it as well. We're actually live on our YouTube, so make sure you go over there and watch us, because we share the screen and we do a lot more content over there every single day. We're putting out videos, shorts. We're talking about building our asset column. We actually yesterday got done watching some of the videos of a new opportunity that exists online that you can market a high ticket item. You can either use the item, which is a software to trade, as an AI software that trades on the foreign exchange on autopilot, and it brings around 16% return on investment every single month. That's what it's averaging. Now, they don't promise you that that software will do that, but they are promising you that you will get gains on autopilot, okay? That you will just deposit the money and it will do it for you, the trades, which I think that's fantastic, because why would you want to be in the computer unless you love to be looking at the markets and try to beat the market, when you can have a system do it for us. Now, the software is like top notch. People are paying $15,000 to have that software to them. Now, you can be an affiliate to the company. You don't have to own the product. You don't have to purchase the product. You can bring in clients that want to buy that product, and you can still earn the commission, okay, from that product. Or you can do both. You can buy the product and then also promote it, or you can just buy the product. So if you like to check it out, if you're into trades and you say, okay, when I want to do something else, can I make more money with this thing than you're currently making by spending all day looking at the computer and the markets, then take a look at the program. It's called Quantum Club. Link in the description, I believe, somewhere. If not, check it out on Google. But I think I added a link in the description. If not, I'm going to add it once this is done. But there are many opportunities where you can get started bringing in clients, and all you have to do is use what we already have, what you already using, which is the cell phone. We're using our computers, right, every single day, your cameras, right? We're using everything, but many people are not making money with what we're using. Other people are becoming wealthier and wealthier and wealthier because we are producing more and more. So don't just be a consumer. When you hear something that makes you smarter or gives you some sort of edge, make sure you use it in your life. Don't just keep it inside your head. Bring it out and apply it in your life. That's how we turn information into knowledge. So today's summary is going to be: living above our means is the best path for financial freedom and true wealth. We must increase our financial education to increase our passive income. Investing in our networks, mentors, systems, and resources is one key of wealth. Here's why living below our means has nothing to do with financial security and well-being. Increasing our resources is the key to a good life. If we believe in the law of attraction, we know that thoughts become reality. Our mind is a powerful tool. If we think positively, we will attract more positive energy into our life. And if our thoughts become negative, we will attract that type of energy. For example, if we assume we have restrictions in life, we will eventually believe them and be held back. Similarly, if an external influence such as so-called expert or financial expert sows a bad seed in our mind, we will think it to be true. We can see this happen all the time because we are constantly given lies via the news, social media, friends, neighbors, co-workers, and even Uber drivers. After hearing this negative and frequently erroneous messages repeatedly, it is tempting to believe they are true. Unfortunately, some of these myths can prevent us from improving our life, trusting our instincts, or even obtaining financial freedom. Remember what I said previously. We must tune into our intuition, listen to it. And it talks to us by feeling good and bad. So when you feel good, okay, you're aligned with our purpose in life, right? With your purpose in life, you're aligned. When you feel bad, you're disaligned. Get back in alignment. And when it comes to building our wealth, listen to your intuition. It's okay to listen to opinions, but they're just opinions. It's not what ultimately makes your decision. Your decision is based on how you feel, on your intuition. Other people's opinions do not have to become a reality. The dangers of living above our means. One of the finest examples of this is when friends, parents, or financial experts tell us to live below our means. Consider this rationally. It presupposes that remedy to any financial issues is to reduce one's expenses. That belief is not only limited, it is also entirely false. It is an opinion versus a fact, and a misinformed one at that. That is the poor mindset with the wrong context. Some people lose control over their cash flow, and they just lack excess of cash flow to maintain the lifestyle they desire that they currently have. If a person always spends more time working at a job than actually focusing on the asset column, then how that person is going to build total freedom? And if that person also has the mindset of shrinking their expenses, cutting their expenses, saving more money, how would they ever create more wealth? If you want more, then you have to actually put more to work. You have to learn how to use leverage and control to be able to create more by doing less, using systems, artificial intelligence, and the new rules of money, because today money is created with debt. We have to see money with our mind rather than with our eyes. Instead, expand our means. So if we live below our means, implies that the solution is to reduce our cost. And if I live above our means, implies that the money is just around the corner. What is the answer? The remedy is straightforward. Raise money and increase our passive income. Anyone can reduce expenses. Anyone can hope and pray that money will come in. However, it requires ingenuity, creativity, financial education, expertise, and courage to increase our income the wealthy way, to expand our means through financial intelligence. I have been living this way for decades. When we want something in life, we don't remark we can't afford something. We don't say, let's just get it, the money will arrive. We actually turn around and we ask ourselves, how can we afford that? That's the ultra wealthy mindset. It is a unique and crucial perspective. This approach has assisted us in accumulating money by purchasing assets that increase our means while also allowing us to enjoy the finer things in life. A true leader, wealthy entrepreneur, and inside investor focus on building the asset column with sound assets that our companies control. Many different ways a person can build passive income today. Do our due diligence. It is about how we live. When we invest for passive income and we master the ability to raise capital with systems by selling with smart marketing then it will put us on the fast track of life, because as many people will work for money, instead our business, its systems and money are all working for us to make us passive income, and sometimes capital gains income, because some asset classes will only bring capital gains income. The distinction between our trip and our others' travels and their way they live is that businesses pay us to go anywhere. Will's majority pay for their own travel. I have a nice lifestyle despite our expenses. Everything we do is intentional. So basically, you want to always look for ways that you can expand your income, but do it through the asset column. Focus on investing everything into the asset column. If we want a vacation, we first create an asset. We have to have that asset mindset right there first before we actually even go ahead and acquire that liability. We need to first focus on that asset column and compound the exercise of building and acquiring assets that produce positive cash flow and capital gains income 24/7. The money we could have spent on lavish house and beautiful cars is instead used to acquire our assets. Initially, we should invest in businesses, rental real estate, crypto, paper assets, and commodities. We should invest in businesses because those businesses will bring in constant cash flow, and that cash flow will buy us the opportunity to get into rental real estate properties. Will also buy us other business opportunities. Will buy us other assets in different asset classes like crypto, paper assets, and commodities. So our businesses ultimately will buy us other businesses and other investments. Reliance on others is detrimental. Are we relying on anyone or the government for financial support? If you are, you're not alone. Throughout history, some people have been trained to be financially dependent on others. But we recommend you do not depend on others. You begin to invest in your financial education so that you can take control over your financial future. But times have changed. In today's modern culture, that is highly parallel situation to be in. As it turns out, women and people, I think this case study was done for women, but as it turns out, people are much more likely to rely on Social Security since they have less other sources of income. However, according to the SSA.gov, women earn much smaller benefits in 2019 because to the lower incomes. Unfortunately, people who resist taking responsibility and rely on others for their financial well-being are sometimes caught off guard when something happens. It is only then that they realize they have no idea what is going on with their money or how to avoid financial catastrophe. Now, this just means that now we have the opportunity, men and women, to take advantage of the tools, AI, and regardless if you are female or you're a male, you can take yourself to the next level financially very quickly. Okay? Now you can, if you're a woman, you can make more money than a male, like instantly, right? You have a lot of opportunity due to the platforms to take advantage, woman or male, is accessible for everybody. So now it requires the woman to take control by first investing in the financial education as well. So our community is for male and woman, right? Because a master investor is for both. Unexpected, we all have an investor inside of us. So it's up to us how we turn that investor to be. Here at Master Investor, we of course are helping people to turn that investor to be a master investor. And if you don't do that, then the other type of it is just an average investor who lacks financial education and end up giving their money away to somebody else because there's a lack of financial education. So you will only feel safe to give your money away to somebody else. That person probably is not an investor neither. They just invest in the money. They're probably a broker that invests in your money, and they're called brokers because they're probably broker than the rest of the world. And we need to listen to people that are actually wealthy and that have financial freedom. They don't work at a job. They don't own a job, right? We have systems, we have businesses, and we have freedom in our life. We have control over our time. Unexpected events can occur at any time, despite our best efforts being reliant on others is especially harmful because we cannot plan for all of the inconceivable circumstances that can occur at any time to anyone. For example, if you experience a divorce, we have heard it before, the husband flees with another lady, and then a 20-year marriage, and leaving a bewildered wife with no idea what to do because she has never worked and has no retirement savings nor have any financial education. Right? And that's the problem. And during those 20 years, what did they do as a couple to increase their financial statement, to increase their wealth, their freedom? And that's what happened. The main cause of divorce in the United States is lack of money, and due to the lack of financial education. That's what it is. It's because one was working for money 8 hours, the other one 8 hours. You grow apart. You start becoming more friendly with the people at work than you actually at home. It's crazy, but it is the truth. It's the reality. You're spending more time with other people. You're growing every single day. Everything is changing. It's all about creating memories with the people that we want to. So if you're spending time with other people more than the people that you're supposed to love, your wife or if your husband, right? And your kids, you're leaving your kids at home and you're leaving them with other people, and to go, and of course you have to pay your bills and stuff, but start investing in your financial education, because you don't want it to be too late. You have to talk about money with your kids. That's how the ultra wealthy do it. They talk about money while they're eating breakfast, lunch, dinner, all the time, because money is the most important at the end of the day. Money answers all things, and money makes people reach their dreams. Without money, you can't really reach your dreams, literally. Anything that we want in this world requires money, some sort of money. We need money as an exchange, as a tool to multiply something. So we can use money, and money is a magnifier. So it tells the world who we are when we have money. So it discovers the real person behind that face. So who are we becoming is the question, right? We need to focus on investing in ourselves, do self-development every day. Every day counts. You'll see improvements as you go along. The next thing is fired from a job. Job cutbacks are impacting both men and women's position in America. Many mothers are not longer full-time housewives, but instead work arduous jobs to support their families. What happens if the man is the family's lone breadwinner and suddenly loses his job? Who pays the bills? This might be a big wake-up call for the whole family. Take control. If we choose to take control over our life and achieve financial independence, we are prioritizing long-term freedom over immediate comfort. Yes, we are taking the more difficult route from the start. However, in exchange for our discipline, efforts, education, work, we will enjoy a more satisfying existence in the future full of unlimited options. We have no doubt that any person who sincerely commits to taking charge of their own financial future will succeed. We see others do it every day around the world. On the other hand, many remain in unhappy marriages due to financial constraints. People with young children, and particularly, may struggle to support themselves and their children if they choose to divorce. Furthermore, their ex-partner may be unwilling or unable to provide the financial support that they are used to. It is a risk they are unwilling to take. The answer is invest in financial education. That's how you're going to be able to improve the financial intelligence. Therefore, we can solve financial problems starting with our financial problem, and we can then solve other people's problems. But we need to focus on that asset column so that we can build freedom. We can build true wealth, which means that we are free. We have total freedom, meaning we don't rely on anybody else. Our bills are being paid with our assets that we are controlling, that our companies control 100%. We like to have control. An inside investor is as close as he or she can get to the deal. We are the founders of the company, right? And we control the cash flow of that company and that investment. We don't give our money away to anybody else. We know how to build our business and our brands, because we don't just want to build businesses. We want to turn them into brands. Otherwise, they're just commodities. They can be replaced at any time. Brands, on the other hand, they are protected, right? Through legalities. They're the trademark, registered. They have something unique that is protected, patent, intellectual property, etc. that no one else can take, none of the competitors. And that's how we turn a company into a brand, by instilling intrinsic value and business integrity, meaning that it has to be profitable, it has to solve a problem in the world. So understanding the 8 components in the cash flow triangle that you will learn inside of our digital course, click the link in the description. It will help you understand what we need to establish in our business when we're building them to create a successful operation. And if we're buying an existing business, then we need to plug in those components that are found inside of the business triangle, the cash flow triangle inside of our digital course. You have to plug them in and match them to see if that business has them. And if something is missing, can we add it? What's the twist? Remember the twist? What's the twist of the business? So when we're analyzing other investments that we're going to acquire, can we add a twist? Do we have any room to improve the bottom line of that business? Can we scale it? We want to get into things that scale, that we can actually take control over the cash flow and scale that, because we're implementing new strategies that the current owner is not doing. And when we build our own businesses, if you start with your own digital products, you could start with an ebook, maybe a tutorial. If you like to practice a certain activity and you're really good at it, you can break it down in different chapters, and you can provide value in that niche and be able to monetize that. Okay, so there are many ways we can create passive income today, including starting a podcast. That would be another way, because podcasts, having a YouTube channel, all of these things stay up playing 24/7, and the audiences continue to grow. The more eyeballs and the more ears hear our content and sees our content, the more ad revenue we can make, and also sponsorships, and we can capitalize on the calls of actions, of course, that we have embedded in all of the video content and other content that we have across the web, promoting our services and products and solutions that we have for the world on autopilot with systems. It must be bad marrying someone we don't genuinely want to be married to. But we all know people who struggle with their marriages on a daily basis. Choose freedom. Money may enslave people or set them free. And we want all of us to be free here at Master Investor. In my opinion, being financially dependent on someone else is not a positive thing for someone or anyone's self-esteem. Start looking at our finances now if we don't want to be surprised. Do we know where we stand financially today? If not, browse through our bank accounts and financial statements tonight to determine our assets and liabilities. Once we have completed that, it is time to begin extending our resources and knowledge about financial education. It's important that we take a look at our financial statement. We have one inside of our ebook and digital course when you get it from our website. Now, when you get it from Amazon, you just have the ebook. When you come to our website, you have the ebook and additional assets that comes with the ebook, because we have turned each book into a digital course, and we will continue to do that with all of our books as much as possible, because we believe that the books and the content in it and its context must always stay updated with the ultra wealthy mindset. So it's a vivid digital course because we are adding assets continuously of wealthy entrepreneurs, tools, resources, new entrepreneurs to emphasize more on the topic of that particular book. Okay, so you'll be grandfathered in when you get in today. For the price that you get it today, you will always have access to any other asset that we add into that asset. So think about it, in a year, 2, 3 years from now, we will have much more asset than we have there now, which will have access for free. So take advantage. It's a win-win, and you will also have the financial statement that you need to figure out where you are financially today if you never have done this exercise of understanding where you are financially today by reading your own personal financial statement. So if you want the personal financial statement, click the link in the description. It will take you to our digital course. Buy the course, download the ebook. You can also read the ebook straight from the virtual office that you will have access on our website, and you can download the personal financial statement immediately into your Excel account. If you have an Excel, I imagine you do. Fill it in there. It's going to change as you go. So you want to revisit that every year, or every week, every day if you can. and then you want to download anything else that we have in there. We have other documents that you can have access, but you can get to it right now and start building passive income. If you never made money online, this is a great start to get going on the right track towards financial freedom. How to expand our means. As we previously stated, I do not believe in living below our means. Many people, including those given that advice, have a persistently negative outlook. But more than the poor thinking, this advice destroys the spirit of the entrepreneur. It shrinks us, it makes us smaller. It reduces rather than enhances a person's identity. It sentences a person to a life of mediocrity. Stop thinking that we have to live below our means for the rest of our life. It is time to grow, learn more financial knowledge, and increase not only our means, but also ourselves as an individual. If we are not sure if real estate investing is for us, don't worry. We will still have options. We have 5 different asset classes that exist. Number 1, real estate. Number 2, business. Number 3, crypto. Number 4, paper assets. Number 5, commodities. Remember how we said earlier that increasing our income requires creativity, expertise, and daring? Consider adopting a side venture to increase our income. Another alternative is to weigh the benefits and drawbacks of investing in stocks to determine whether it is the right path for us, or crypto. Today, crypto is not just an asset and an asset class to invest for capital gains income. Today, crypto has become the new money in town. Crypto is a currency and it's being accepted around the world as a currency. In fact, some of the governments, including Salvador, has been, I think, the first government to accept crypto as the digital currency. And last year, the United States, I believe, the Congress accepted crypto or recognized crypto as a digital currency. Today, businesses around the world are accepting crypto as a form of payment. That means that we need to use crypto to take advantage of the gains so that we can reinvest it back into our asset column and compound more true wealth to ourselves, right? It's by compounding that asset column with more sound assets that we control, recycling that excess of cash flow back into the asset column so it can bring more excess of cash flow and we can tap into the velocity of cash flow. And how do we do that? It's by doing the 5 simple steps that we help everyone understand here at Master Investor in order to reach velocity of cash flow status, which means that we, number 1, acquire a cash flowing asset. Number 2, we recoup our initial capital invested back if we invested any of our capital in the asset. So we recoup that back because we know exactly when we're going to get it back. We have an understanding of the facts of the business and operations, so we know exactly when we're going to get it back. So we recoup the capital back. Number 3, keep control over the asset. After we recoup the capital back, we still control the asset and the cash flow. Now we have even more positive cash flow because we recoup our capital back. So we pay ourselves back already, right? We recoup that money back and now money is still flowing in. We keep control over the cash flow. That's step number 3. Step number 4 is move the cash flow into a new cash flowing asset. And step 5 is repeat the formula. And that's how we get to tap into the velocity of cash flow. So start investing today, because it's going to be the way to escape the rat race if you're stuck in it, and it's a way to create financial freedom and also to help you retire when you're ready to retire the way you should retire, not living below your means but above your means, which is more beneficial ultimately for all of us. Okay, it's not about living the end of your life smaller and reducing your expenses, and it's actually about living in more abundance in every aspect of life. Have you ever considered turning one of our passions into a business? In our ebooks, How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet, we go into detail how to do it successfully. So make sure you click the link in the description and get that ebook, How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet. There are numerous methods to increase our ability to live the life we desire. And where there is a will, there is a way. If we need a jump start into success today, explore these ebooks below to figure out why we aren't financially free yet, if you're not, and see how altering our mentality will improve our life by, of course, shifting the context in which the poor operates, right? Because if you've been given the context of the poor mindset, what we need to focus on is taking those roots, unlearn that, and replace them with the context of the ultra wealthy mindset, which is the philosophy of money, right? The values, ideas, emotions, control, and everything that requires a framework of the ultra wealthy mindset. That's the context. And the content is what we're talking about right now, the words and what goes into that framework. So focus on building the asset column, increasing our income through our assets. So always live above our means. We're always looking to expand. And of course, start investing in your financial education today with our ebooks here at Master Investor, and get yourself other mentors as well. There are many great people out there, but make sure that they are the right mentors, because we have to consume, but we have to also get to the production part. We need to produce and build our assets and acquire our assets to make sure that we are building true wealth and we're getting that passive income into our pockets. Start investing in high quality financial education. Click the link in the description if you have any questions or any feedback about today's topic on how we can live above our means to build wealth. Why we need to live above our means. Living above our means to build wealth. That's the thing. We have to always strive to be living above our means. Okay, and that means that we're expanding our financial education so our financial intelligence grow, and we can expand our asset column, therefore our income that comes in from our asset column, meaning that we are receiving passive income and sometimes capital gains income from our asset column. And that's how we thrive. We don't live through a paycheck like majority of people do. We live through our asset column. I'll talk to you on the next podcast. Thank you for joining me today, bringing you the good and bad news of money, the business principles at work in all economies. Bye for now. Stay extraordinary and wealthy.